Hi everyone, it's Bobby here giving you a little live update from Learning Plan 2. So if you hear some fuzz, it's my two baby monitors. So in case one of my three kiddos wakes up. Um, with that being said, I just completed all the grades for Learning Plan 2. Usually I try to get all these grades done within 48 to 72 hours. So that way if there's some changes that need to occur, you can do that before the rest of our learning plans need to be completed. So kind of where we're sitting here with Learning Plan 2, obviously, we were discussing some pretty critical things, talking about sexual development, normal adolescent development, normal child development, baby, and mama and daddy or caregiver attachments, all of these things that are really critical for the next kind of stepping stones into risk factors for delinquency. So keeping that in mind kind of as we progress, that this is our cornerstone, and whenever we're talking about risk factors or we're talking about um, like attachment and mental health and illness and all of these different things that are going to come through, we'll notice that without the cornerstone of attachment, kiddos really struggle. I can honestly say, in working with many of the delinquents that I worked with, especially sexual offenders, the relationship with their caregivers was an issue. Um, Either boundaries weren't clear, there wasn't attachment, there wasn't all of those different things. So, kind of keeping that in mind as we progress through the next learning plans. With that being said, as far as feedback for the actual learning plan, you guys did a great job on the discussion board. I think almost everybody was participating at least minimally 3 days during the learning plan. Um, for the few of you that did not, keep in mind that learning plans are 2 weeks long. So even if you're accessing the learning plans twice a week for a snippet of time, you should be able to meet that discussion board criteria. With that being said, keeping in mind um, that even missing 5 points and you do that each discussion board, your grade is really going to suffer, as this class is tremendously discussion board oriented. So keeping that in mind as well. Um, Secondly, the journals were awesome. I love to hear some of those more intimate thoughts. This is a place that you can vent, you can share your thoughts, your opinions, your reactions to the readings, all these different things. Nobody else sees them besides me, so this is a great place for you and I to have conversations about the material, about what's going on in your reactions as we start to move into material that's a little bit more intense as far as victimization, sexual abuse, delinquency, child abuse, all these different things. It's going to be normal to have some emotional reactions to that. So this is a really good place to process them. Not all learning plans do have journals, so feel free if you're struggling with something to email me, and we can go from there, and I can either touch base with you, debrief with you, discuss with you, encourage you, support you, or help you find a resource that would be able to do those things. So keeping that in mind as well. As far as the overall course, I think it seems like you guys are jiving pretty great. I love to hear some of the varied opinions that I saw um, on the discussion board. Obviously, topics like sexual development and sexual um, relationships and things can be a little bit opinionated, but I think you guys all did an awesome job being respectful of one another, so that was great. With that being said, it is way past my bedtime. That is now changed to like 8:30 when you have kiddos that are getting up all night. But you guys are my number one priority as far as making sure that you feel connected to me and we feel connected to one another, and that I'm here for you. It just means my work hours are a little bit different than they used to be. So as I transition into this period of three kiddos, it's just funny to see all of those of you on the discussion board who have more kiddos than I do or past this season, just how much can change. Um, so with that being said, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening. It has been awesome to read your Learning Plan 2 thoughts. This is one of my favorite learning plans, by the way. Um, and I can't wait to jump into some more topics about risk factors for delinquency. Again, feel free to interact with me on my discussion board posts. I love to check that. I do check that every night and several times throughout the day as well whenever I get a chance to do that. So it's a great way to interact with me and a great way for me to kind of let some walls down and just interact with you on more of a candid manner, just as though I was a student like you. So have a great evening. I am here if you need anything, and can't wait to see what else you think.